Back in the 80s, a surefire way for a band to get on the charts was to release the big power ballad. And so many bands used that formula to turn gold albums into platinum and platinum into double platinum. But not every ballad was a guaranteed hit, and some fantastic slow songs just rode off into the land of obscurity. And that's the topic of today's video. Patrick, Ryan, Jones, and I are talking about hair metal ballads that were overlooked but shouldn't have been. Right after this.
The hair metal guru from Warren to Crew. The hair metal guru. Never forget Charlie too.
Welcome to the Hair Metal Guru. My name is Anthony. They call me the Guru. And yes, we are going back to the pussy ballad because every rocker has a soft side. And at our age, too often the soft side is either in our shirts or in our pants, if you know what I'm saying. Anyway, it's time to meet our roundtable members right below. That was kind of funny, right? Right below me, we got RVK from the band Metalcast, who was looking for somebody to play some lead guitar. So if you want to get your name in a CD and get your name out there, talk to him. Ryan, welcome back to the show.
All right. Thank you very much, dude. Great topic. And this band, Banshee, very proud of. Love them. I believe that was our number 189 album, but they're not on this list.
Okay, awesome. And Jones from the YouTube channel Hanging with Drummer Boy Jones. Rumor is he's going to be doing an interview with me that will be dropping sometime in the near future. Jones, welcome back to the show.
Thanks, my man. This is going to be fun. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to this one. And treat for all of you YouTube people out there. Just FYI, when you're interviewing someone, hit the record button.
Good
Some
point.
people don't.
We got about 15, 20 minutes in, and Jones is like, fuck. Didn't hit the record. And I'm like, dude, I've been there. Trust me. Don't worry about it. So, and right above Jones, we got Colonel Patrick from the YouTube channel, The Hair Metal Guru, if you want to say. Patrick, welcome back to the show.
Dude, it's always awesome, and this was a middle of the night decision to do this video. So
That's right. It is Friday, the day after Thanksgiving. Hopefully everybody got to do all the football and eat all the food and see all your families. I am thankful for all you guys and for all the fans of the channel. And for Charlie. Charlie's sitting here pawing away at me. Charlie, get up here. Charlie's got 8 boobies, and she hasn't been making many regular appearances. I don't know why. I think she's holding out for a bigger contract. So make sure you sign up for her OnlyFans and see 8 boobies for the price of 2 boobies. So since we're talking about ballads, I figured I better show off my brand new Bryan Adams Reckless shirt because Bryan Adams, outside of hair metal, he was maybe the king of the ballad in the 80s. Okay. So in tribute to Bryan Adams. And I think we should talk about this Reckless album at some point. Anyway, we are talking about albums that are hair metal ballads that were maybe overlooked. Maybe you think they should have been hits, but for whatever reason, they didn't. And we each have 5. And let's get rolling into it. Ryan, what is your number 5 hair metal ballad that was overlooked?
Okay, well, it's obviously going to be AC/DC's Love Song from the 1975 TNT album. No, I'm just joking. Okay. That's the worst. That's the worst song I've ever heard. I'm so glad they stopped doing ballads after that. Bon, R.I.P. You weren't a ballad guy. Okay.
An almost ballad Through the Mists of Time, I actually thought was okay.
I don't do that either.
Oh, really? Okay. All right. Well, fuck you then. Just kidding. Okay.
Ryan's got to recover from that.
Yeah. Go on to someone else. No, I'm just joking. All right. So my number 5. Okay. So not an obscure band to the channel, but it is Hardline. And it is an obscure song on the album, I think. So they had 3191, which was an instrumental, and it went right into In the Hands of Time. And it closes the album. And, I know we're doing like obscure stuff, overlooked. And this may have been because it was Hardline, which wasn't a huge album. Should have been. It's my number 1 Kings of 92 album. But it was awesome, especially to end an album, which is so cool when they do it with a ballad. But dual guitar, moody vocals, they all show off their talents. oddly enough, I'm not a huge fan of the other two ballads on that album that were like supposed to be like touted as the bigger ballads. I'm not a huge fan for being such a hardline diehard, but this one, I think it's the perfect moody ballad.
Right. That's a great fight. I'm kind of mad that I didn't think about it, but that's an amazing ballad. Johnny Gioeli has a perfect ballad voice, and even though like yeah, a lot of people here know about Hardline, what an overlooked album, and that ballad should have been a massive hit. Fuck.
Awesome.
Great song.
All right. All right. We're moving on to Jones's number 5. What do you got?
Okay, well, I'm going to go with one that when you think of this vocalist, lead singer, you don't really think ballads. But in 1994, he released one off of an album that was not really that good of an album, but I love this ballad. And it's Alice Cooper's. And the name of the song is called It's Me. And it's from 1994, The Last Temptation.
Wow.
Great song.
And I didn't like the album hardly at all, but that song is fantastic. And I'd almost guarantee I didn't do enough research, and I apologize. Patrick probably even knows. Was it one of those written by, whoever during the time?
I'm not sure. I know half of that album seems like everybody and their grandmother ghost wrote a song on it.
Why would you say Patrick might know and not me, you fuck? Just kidding. Just kidding.
Because every time I say Patrick will be like, that was written by
He knows his shit. That's true.
Kind of.
I'll throw out one that could have made my list from the Hey Stupid album. Might as well be on Mars. Fuck.
Yeah.
That one too.
Yeah, that's right. That is right.
All right. All right. Moving on to Patrick's number 5.
My number 5 is my background right here, and that's Black Eyed Susan's Ride With Me. What an incredible song. It was on the Harley Davidson and the Marlboro Man soundtrack. That's where I first heard it before I ever got the album. But man, the ironic thing about Black Eyed Susan in that song is Brittany Fox was playing that song live on their last tour with Dean Davidson before it had ever come out on the Black Eyed Susan record. But Ride With Me is like the perfect acoustic, turning into a kind of like a Bon Jovi-ish rock song ballad that is just so cool. And I love when Dean Davidson sings in his normal voice, not the screechy shit. And he nails that song. And it's a shame that that song never got any traction on the movie or in radio as a normal single. It just didn't go anywhere. But man, if you haven't heard that, and if you haven't heard that record too, that record's really good. I like the Black Eyed Susan record. It's a little more Black Crowes than it is Brittany Fox, but it's a good record. So
Patrick, add it to the list because that's an album that we should kind of talk about because I agree that that's a great song. The song Satisfaction.
Oh, yeah.
I thought should have been the first single. I thought that was the rock single that should.
Yeah, they went with None of It Matters, and it was such a psychedelic kind of shit show.
Bad choice.
Yeah.
Bad choice.
He got a lot of money to do that record. One of the biggest record deals at the time that you could get, he got. Word is he pocketed a lot of that money.
Hey, Dean Davidson. Open invitation anytime you want, man. Come on. And we are huge fans. We would love to hear your story. All right. All right. My number 5. All right. 1993 was obviously a fucking desolate wasteland for hair metal bands. But there was a band from Texas that got signed to Geffen Records in 1991. They're called Pariah. And so you get signed in 91. Obviously, everybody's like, what the fuck is going on with the music scene? Their debut album, To Mock a Killingbird, doesn't come out until 93. Produced by Tom Werman, who produced fucking so many multi-platinum albums. Go check out my interview with Tom Werman. Anyway, the album comes out in 93. It bombs. There's some great shit on there. Love to Turn You On. Do you know how to rock or phenomenal? But there's a ballad called Junk Mail. And when you sometimes I'm like, oh, are they trying to be kind of funny? So here's some of the lyrics. Don't send me junk mail. I still haven't read what you sent me last year. If I knew better than you, I wouldn't be here. You may think that I'm never at home. I don't answer my phone. I sleep late. I don't like to be bothered. Leave a message after the tone. It's like, like I think maybe there's a hint of humor to it, but it's a ballad, and the lyrics get kind of dark in a way, and the reason I think the song hits me is because that in 1995 they get dropped by Geffen and Sims Ellison, who was in the band with his brother. Sims Ellison committed suicide not too long after their last show. He actually dated Renee Zellweger before she went off to become a big movie star. But here's one more line of lyrics. It says, Daddy let me use the car to go out on a date. I was late. I had a wreck going 95 on the freeway. I got blood on my clothes. I guess my luck had changed. I think I made the news today. And then it says, I don't know why I'm feeling this way because I don't know anything and I'll never be the same. And like you hear those lyrics that are kind of dark and you hear what happened to Sims Ellison. Anyway, it's a fantastic song, great ballad, kind of heartbreaking to go along with the story. Pariah Junk Mail is my number 5.
That is such a great song. And that record, too. If you've read in Metal Edge for the previous 2 years, you heard about Pariah all the time. And you always were anticipating that record. And when you finally got that record was very different sounding than I ever anticipated it was going to be. But God, I love that song.
Yes. I wonder if it was supposed to be a little bit more straight ahead, and then they kind of there was some more modern sounds on it, So anyway, yeah, it's called Tamaka Killing Bird from 1993. Go check that shit out.
Awesome. Great choice.
All right, moving on to Ryan's number 4. What do you got, Ryan?
Well, this band in 91 had a number 1 with one of their ballads, but in 1993, Mr. Big came out with a song called Promise Her the Moon. And holy shit, what a moody song. John Jolie is moody because of his voice. This is just a moody song. Eric Martin was made for a ballad, dude. Everybody knows it. If this did come out in 91 or 92, like next to or right after To Be With You, it may have also been a number 1. I mean, this song is so strong. The songwriting is insane. It's one of those songs you just, if you're having trouble with the lady, you do not listen to this song. It's a tearjerker, heartstring chugger. The band Heart did a version of this song as well, which is also really cool, very cool. But it's just pure talent. It's so great. It's a lot of chimes. It's very like mystical. Promise Her the Moon off the album, I think Bump Ahead.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, that is beyond words. Great song. And it was on my list. So
cool.
It is now off my list.
Oh, shit. Sorry.
I think I've listened to because I've heard other people talk about it, and maybe I need to revisit it because I'm like, fuck, I thought I listened to that and didn't remember being that impressed. Maybe I'm thinking of something else. Anyway.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, Eric Martin's kind of the king. He's the guy. It's like Mark Free, Eric Martin. They're kind of like put on earth to sing ballads, and it may have been Just Take My Heart off the first album, which was also an amazing ballad. I'm not sure, but yeah, this one kind of trumps them all.
Okay.
Great song.
All right, Jones, what's your number 4?
All right, my number 4 is one of my favorite bands from the genre that I don't think gets talked about near enough on a lot of the channels, myself included. I don't bring them up as much as I should, and that band is Enough's Enough. And Enough's Enough, had big success on their first record. The second record, which I think is fantastic, sort of just came out and died. And then the third one also done the same thing. But the third one I also love, and that was an album called Animals with Human Intelligence in 1993. And there's a piano ballad on it called Innocence. And I love that song. It's very Beatlesque, piano. It's just it's operatic. I love that song. If you like Enough's Enough and you've never heard that, which I don't think a lot of people have, but it's a great song. I don't think that there was a video. I think the only video was maybe Right by Your Side off that record,
Yeah.
which was also a great song. But yeah, my number four would be Enough's Enough's Innocence.
You don't hear people talk about Enough's Enough without hearing that Beatles comparison.
Yeah.
And I really like some Enough's Enough. I think I need to, because I think starting on album number 2, I didn't spend much time with them after that, and I know I need to anyway.
Ooh.
Donnie still sounds incredible. Donnie still releases like all the time new singles on YouTube, and they're fantastic.
They're always catchy as shit.
Oh
Yeah.
my God, the guy has so much talent. He's incredible. It would be incredible to hear his story.
Oh, excuse me. All right, moving on to Patrick's number 4.
So, unfortunately, for my number 4, I just swapped it out. Thanks a lot, Ryan. But my number 4 is a band, unfortunately, I just don't know a whole lot about, and there's not a lot out there on them. And I found them back in the day. I know Ryan and Guru know about this website. Used to go every single day, multiple times a day, to melodicrock.com.
Hell yes. Andrew McNeese.
There would be pure gold to discover every single day on there. And one day, I go on there in 2002, and I hear about this new record by this group called, terrible band name, Snakes in Paradise. And I thought, man,
Yeah.
like, what a terrible name. And the album cover's even worse. But I clicked on that, and I heard this ballad that to this day is one of my favorite ballads of all time, called Fire and Rain. And I know I've sent it to VK before, and I know Guru's heard it too, but it is phenomenal. And whoever the fuck the singer is incredible. That guy can fucking wail. But check out Snakes in Paradise from 2002 and the song Fire and Rain.
And it's not a James Taylor cover. Sorry to interrupt you there. It's not, so it's an original anyway.
Yeah, great song.
Send it to me, please. I have never heard of that.
Absolutely, will do.
I listened to it today. I was like, what the fuck? Yeah, it's freaking good, man.
Cool.
Oh,
I
yeah.
can sing.
Wow.
All right. My number 4. Well, there's a reason that we call MCA the Musician's Cemetery of America. I'm going to have 2 albums from that record label. They did have a hit with Trickster in their 1990 debut, even though they were kind of a subsidiary of MCA. But so many great bands got screwed over by this label, and maybe none more so than Sweet F.A., who put out the album Stick to Your Guns in 1990. It was produced by Howard Benson, who produced a shit ton of great albums back in the late 80s, early 90s, and in fact went on to do a lot of modern rock and had some successes with modern rock in the 90s and 2000s. Anyway, I decided to let Charlie in because she had to take her big boobies outside. There's a song on the album called Heart of Gold, not a Neil Young cover. But this is phenomenal. And Sweet F.A. is one of the bands I would say, like, I am not an expert on their history. They really did not get much of a push at all. I very rarely saw shit about them in the magazines. But Heart of Gold, I'm going to give you a couple lyrics, and I wrote down lyrics for most of my songs, but it starts off like this. Stare into your crystal ball, what do you see? Are the lights so bright, your eyes so blind, you'd close the book on me? Everything you're after has been locked behind the door, lost without the key you won't be needing anymore. I know just how you feel. I know the pain you feel inside is real. It's breaking your heart of gold. Oh, it's such a fucking good song. They did put out a follow-up album called Temptation that just bombed, and I'll be honest, it's not very good. They got a video on this album for the song Rhythm of Action. It's a good song, but I don't listen to it and think, oh, there's your first single. There's another rock song on the album called Nothing for Nothing that is a great rock song, and also it's kind of a ballad. The title track, Stick to Your Guns, is amazing. So go check out that album. But Heart of Gold, the ballad from 1990's Sweet FA album, is phenomenal.
Awesome.
Great album.
Wasn't that lead singer for that band? Wasn't he mentioned for a couple other bands? What was his name?
Shit.
Steve. Was it Steve DeLong? Is that him?
Yes, that's who the singer was, and I think he was in the running for another band from the same town they were in that got big too.
Yeah,
not got big, but
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Might have been Sandy.
I love that song, dude. I was this close, dude. That is such a killer song.
Yeah. Yep. Sweet FA, Heart of Gold. All right. That finishes our number 4s. We're moving on to our number 3. Ryan, what do you got?
All right, another 92 band. I got Von Groove doing "'Cause Your Love Keeps Bringing Me Home." Killer song. Such a good album. The whole thing is epic. Canadian band, awesome guitar intro, verse build up, huge pre-chorus. The chorus kicks in. If you listen to this song like post solo, they all come in at the same time and it just booms. This song and this album, their self-titled first album from 92, I cannot suggest enough.
I've heard you talk about that band before, and I know I've listened to them. I need to give it another shot.
I'm an expert on the first album. I have the rest of them, but I'm not an expert.
All right. Moving on to Jones's number 3.
All right. My number 3 is from a recent guest of your interview series, Anthony. And I love this song. And it was off Tough's second record, Fist First. And it's called Better Off Dead.
Oh, shit. Yep.
Nice. Killer.
Oh, I love that song. And I love that record. That second record is so good. And but yeah, the angst of Better Off Dead is it's so good. But yeah, if you've not had a chance, dig it out. It's fantastic.
The lyrics are very grunge. That's a dark fucking song. Better Off Dead. But musically, it's just catchy as shit. And hey, go to metalsludge.tv and you can buy the newly released Fist First on vinyl. Go check that shit out.
That's right.
Great stuff.
All right, Patrick, what's your number 3?
From 1994, the album was called Pissed by Dangerous Toys. Jason McMaster, who's not really a ballad guy, had an amazing fucking ballad on that record called Promise the Moon, which is not to be confused with Mr. Big. But how ironic that we have 2 Promise the Moons on here. But Dangerous Toys, that ballad is awesome. It's a killer song with an incredible hook to it. If you like that song as much as I do, if you search around YouTube, there's somebody had like an old school camcorder that had great audio and caught them performing an acoustic version of it in a record store for a signing in 94, and it's fucking killer performance too. So but Jason McMaster has an amazing voice, and Promise the Moon from Pissed is a killer song.
Go check out his new project. It's called Hot Shot. They just put out like 2 songs. One of them is called Catwalk. It's got Paul Lydell from Dirty Looks on guitar. Hot Shot Catwalk fucking rocks. Not a ballad, but anyway.
Yes.
All right.
Amen.
Okay. My number 3. All right. Back to FNA Records. And this band got signed, I think, in 86. Their debut album was supposed to come out in 87. And now what the fuck was it called? But they were on a label that the label went through all this turmoil. Band gets dropped. They get picked up by MCA. The band is Jet Boy. Fuck, what is that first album called?
Feel the
Feel the
shake.
shake.
Feel the Shake. For shit's sake. Feel the Shake should have come out in 87 along with Faster Pussycat and Guns N' Roses, which is where they would have fit in. It didn't come out till 88. Anyway, Feel the Shake was a minor hit. So they end up putting out another major label album in 1990, same year as Sweet FA, same year as, well, no, Lillian Axe put out Love and War in 89. Anyway, the second album features a ballad called Too Late. Oh, I interviewed Mickey Finn, the singer for Jet Boy, and he even said, he goes, damn it, we thought, if they were going to get to the ballad, we had a ballad that was going to set that album up. It didn't, but Too Late. The album was the album was produced by Tom Allum. He had produced like Judas Priest, Crocus. And here's another one where I feel like they did the wrong first single. The first single was called Evil. It's a good song, but I don't think it was straight ahead rock enough to catch on with the MTV audience. Maybe a better choice would have been Stomp It Down to the Bricks. But again, here's a couple lyrics. This is how the song starts. Too Late. A fucking amazing lyrics. It's been a few long years since I first laid eyes on you. Through all the ups and downs, I swear my life goes round and round and round. I don't know why I try to fight it. It ain't as if I don't need your love. And if by chance you drift away, if it's meant to be, you'll come back my way. And now it's too late. I want to go back. Anyway, amazing ballad. Should have been a hit. Should have been the song that set up Jet Boy for the 90s. It wasn't, but it comes in at number 3 on my list.
Awesome.
That is an amazing song. And that second record, I like it better than Feel the Shake.
Okay.
I think it's a great record. Everything Jet Boy did was great. I love him.
Feel the Shake did not have a ballad. That was just a straight ahead rock album, but they went the ballad route on the second album. So, all right, we are down to our number 2s. Ryan, what's your number 2?
Well, this is a guy you probably wouldn't expect to be Mr. Ballad. And it's a huge, huge artist, but this song is probably overlooked. And it is Billy Idol doing Prodigal Blues off of Charmed Life.
Oh,
and it's pushing it in the hair metal realm, but he fits in. Epic album, great memories of this album coming out. The instrumentation of this song is awesome, and it fits perfectly with Billy's vocals, peaking. The kick in pre-chorus, and then it just settles right back into each chorus. Zero part of this song drags on. I've never turned it off. It got a video and everything, so it was somewhat of a hit. But I'd imagine it's something that rarely people go back to. It doesn't say the title of the song in the chorus, but man, if you guys have forgotten about this one, it's deep and dark and amazing.
What was it again? Fuck, I'm sorry. Billy Idol. What was it called?
Prodigal Blues.
Oh,
it's like the third or fourth song on the album.
Shit.
Yeah. That record is phenomenal.
Yeah.
A lot of Billy's work is. So
I think this one has the most complete deep cuts.
Yeah.
This album. I love Billy. I'm a closet huge Billy guy.
I adore the Cyberpunk album.
Do you?
I do.
Okay. All right.
Seeing this summer, I wasn't really expecting much, and I was blown away. He did a fantastic job.
Awesome.
I've never seen him. I would love to. Shit. All right, moving on to Jones's number 2. What do you got?
All right. Well, my number 2 is from a band I call them our local boys. They're from Nashville / Memphis, but it's Every Mother's Nightmare, and it comes off one of my favorite records, and it's Wake Up Screaming, and the song is If I Had My Way. And that ballad is such a huge hair metal ballad that if it was released in 88, 89, 90, Well, it might not have been huge, but it fits in that huge sound. It's just a fantastic ballad, and of course, I'm biased because they're my local boys, but I love that band. And if you've not, I don't think a lot of people's heard. I know you guys have, but if you've not heard "Wake Up Screaming," check it out. Do yourself a favor. It's such a great record.
Did you interview Jim Phipps?
I sure did. I did. Yep. Jim is lives in Chattanooga now, and I've got an interview up on my channel if anybody wants to check it out. He still talks a little bit to the singer, but he has not talked to the bass player or the original bass player, guitar player, in, he said, probably 30 years.
I played Every Mother's Nightmare, and I saw. So I like live posted on Facebook. I saw you responded.
Yeah.
Like, Jim Phipps, hey, you're on the radio. Well, he messaged me.
Did he?
And just like, hey, rock and roll, brother. And I was like, fucking hey, Jim Phipps from Every Mother's Nightmare. Anyway, I should maybe I'd love to talk to somebody from that band.
Please do. He's such a great guy. Such down to earth. Such a great guy.
And here's why I should talk to them. Because coming in at number 2 on my list, we got to go to Patrick. Anyway,
you do. Why don't you go and then I'll go?
Okay, I'll just go right into mine, then we'll go to you. Coming in at number 2 on my list is Every Mother's Nightmare from the same album, but a different song.
Oh,
I've said before, like we talk about these rock albums from the 90s. Wingers Pull, Motley Crue 1994, Warrant's Dog Eat Dog or Ultraphobic. I would add Lillian Axe Psychoschizophrenia. I think you need to add Every Mother's Nightmare Wake Up Screaming from 1993, just like Jones was saying. It's fucking amazing. It is very much darker than the 1990 debut album. So they put out the debut in 90 on Arista. Walls Came Down was a minor hit. They had a pretty decent sized ballad with Love Can Make You Blind. It's fucking amazing. But the follow-up comes out 3 years later, produced by Jim Gaines, darker. Jones has talked about If I Had My Way. There's so much great shit on this album, but Already Gone is really dark. I've heard Rick Rule, the singer, talk. I think he went through some pretty big drug problems.
Yeah.
Back in the day. So you can sense that in the lyrics of Already Gone. It talks about this kid named Johnny and how he's just kind of wild and crazy and out of control. And if I understand the lyrics right, I think maybe he killed somebody and, just like threw his life away. So lyrics amazing, dark but seriously catchy acoustic ballad. Check out that 1993 Wake Up Screaming album. Already Gone from Every Mother's Nightmare is my number 2.
Both of those.
Patrick, do you have Every Mother's Nightmare on your list?
You know what's funny? I almost did because I almost put I Hate Myself on there because that's a great fucking ballad too.
It is.
We were this close to having 4 Every Mother's Nightmare because I was this close to putting Love Will Make You Blind, and I almost messaged you guys like, do you guys happen to have a band with the initials EMN on your list?
I got that text from you earlier that was like, do you happen to have anything with a band?
Maybe I'll message Jim Phipps after this and be like, dude, I just had a video and 2 of us talked about you and the other 2 were this close.
Oh God, it pained me not to have Love Will Make You Blind. I love that song.
What's wild is all of us would have had a different song.
I
know. That's the thing. That's
wow.
I was getting ready when you started talking about him. I'm like, oh fuck, he's gonna have Already Gone. I had a backup plan, but I was like, damn, yeah, there's like 3 fucking amazing ballads on that album.
How funny for a band that's like fucking thrash on most of their songs, and we're all talking about 4 different ballads.
Yeah,
I thought Wake Up Screaming was. This is pretty controversial, but I think Wake Up Screaming is just as good as Slave to the Grind.
Oh yeah.
Okay, Patrick, put it on the list. We got to talk about Wake Up Screaming at some point.
I think that album's just as good, song for song.
It's a
I
damn
think
good
we all
record.
love this band.
And Rick Rule was a great singer.
I'd be close. I'd be close with that. I fucking love that album.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We need to talk about it at some point. That's an overlooked album.
Oh,
Totally.
shit, yeah.
All right.
Crazy.
Well, Patrick, what's your number 2?
I get to go. So, this one was on the list. It was the first song I added to my list, and my list has changed dramatically through this, but also beforehand. In 1998, this album got released in Japan before it ever hit the US. And there is a song on here that they actually had a hit in 95, which was unheard of for bands of this genre. And so even with a top 40 single in 95, they still got dropped by their label and had to independently release this album. And it got a big deal in Japan first, where it came out a whole year ahead of time. I paid $60 to Impulse Music and got it a full year before it came out. That's how much of a sucker I am, but I love the record. The record is called Category 5 from Firehouse, and that is a phenomenal record. But the ballad on that record, called Dream, is insanely good. And in my opinion, had it been released domestically in the US in time, I think they could have had another top 40 hit, because Dream is an incredible ballad by Firehouse.
What was the album again?
Category 5.
Yeah, Category 5, yeah.
Yeah.
Firehouse was so fuck, Ballads just kept that band alive. I mean, Hold Your Fire in 92 damn near went platinum, because When I Look Into Your Eyes, and then shockingly they had a hit in 95 with I Live My Life for You. Like, wow. Anyway.
Yeah, I think Dream is an insanely good song. It fits the motif. If you listen to it, you can be like, yep, in 98, 99, this could have been on top 40 radio. It's that good. I just don't understand for the life of me why it didn't get a chance.
Well, speaking of Firehouse, check out my interview with Bill Leverty and Nate Peck, and check out their new single, Mighty Fine Lady. It rocks like balls. So, all right, we are moving on to our number 1. Ryan, what's your number 1?
My number 1 is Danger Danger doing Afraid of Love from the 1992 Ripper Cockroach. And both versions with Poley and Paul Lane are amazing. I've said before, I do prefer Cockroach with Paul Lane. I wouldn't think of anybody else on the self-titled or Screw It. Obviously with Poley, he's the man. Love Poley. But fuck, Cockroach is killer with Paul Lane. Oh my God, I love this album. I don't know, between that and Screw It, it might be my favorite. But this song, dude, it's kind of like, you see a theme here. It's like killer pre-chorus, moody vocals, huge chorus, epic return after the solo, the whole thing. This is one of those, like, Bruno Ravel's songwriting is amazing. So obviously it's going to be a killer ballad. He's kind of meant for that as well. But if people out there have ignored Afraid of Love, Danger Danger, it's one that you'll never turn off.
Oh yeah.
If you love it so much, why don't you marry it, Ryan?
I might just marry it.
Why don't you? What was the on the other Danger Danger? I've got it in my head. Is on Screw It, I think. Don't Blame It on Love, right?
Yeah, Don't Blame It on.
Don't Blame It on Love. That I had that in my head for some reason, but yeah,
That
Screw It's another good record.
Yeah, the For the Hardbray record also had a few of the Cockroach songs on it before Cockroach got released.
That's right.
And, I gotta say, I agree. That's an incredible pick. If you ever want to hear Paul Lane singing the songs from the first 2 record, the Live and Nude record is insanely good, because he sings them on there and they fucking smoke. Not that I love the Ted Poley versions, but fuck, I love Paul Lane. Like, that guy could sing the phone book.
Oh, absolutely. I think Metal Mike and I did a live albums episode, and that was like, oh shit, there was maybe one that was from like the latter days, you know what I mean? and Live and Nude was one of them. And I think they opened with Beat the Bullet, which happens to be my okay. Ah, see, I remember that. That happens to be my favorite song off of Screw It.
Yeah. Song rules. We have never done a live albums video.
We should.
I've never been a live album guy. Ah.
Oh
You
my
know
God,
what? Live albums mean a lot to people. And I'll tell you what, like, I got Worldwide Live, Scorpions, probably second. I probably got like Rockers of Ballads, and then I found Worldwide Live on vinyl, and it made me a Scorpions fanatic.
Okay.
And like it really tells, it shows you what kind of band these people could be, you know, because especially in the heyday, you don't think they're going to hit those notes, and then they do, and you're like, okay, I'm sold. This is amazing. I love this shit.
But I see that, but then you hear all the stories. Well, they just go in and they fix all the mistakes anyway. I mean,
I know it.
Whatever. You still get
Swallow This Live was my Bible, and I would take that over any Poison record.
Oh.
That's crazy. Well, you know what? To counter what you're saying is like, Chris was talking about If You Want Blood, You Got It. And you know what? I'm such a diehard that when I hear Bond do Whole Lotta Rosie, he's probably hit that note when Whole Lotta Rosie kicks in one time, and it was in the studio. I got a feeling that Bond wasn't necessarily live when he kicks in on If You Want Blood, Whole Lotta Rosie, and that's my boys. Like, I'll take that right here. But I don't know if that was live. And then hearing Sammy talk about the 93 record, he had to go re-sing the entire thing.
Yeah, I did.
So that hurts right here too.
Right.
You know, though, I just want to add to what Ryan said about Worldwide Live. That I could never get into the Scorpions. Then I listened to Worldwide Live, and I was all about that album for so long because the versions of the songs on that record kicked the shit out of the studio versions. I mean, fucking The Zoo on there is insanely good. Bad Boys Running Wild's great. I mean, Loving You Sunday Morning, all of it's fucking killer.
Oh, do you mean Bad Boys Running Wild?
You see those microphones in the air? That shit. You people know how to party.
Hey, Ryan, that was your number one, right? That we just did?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jones, what's your number one?
Okay, we've talked about this band, and Anthony, I know you have talked, and we've talked, and everybody's talked and talked and talked. Warren, I get it. But that being said, I could not put this as my number one, and it's off Ultraphobic, and it is not Stronger Now, because everybody talks Stronger Now as one of the greatest songs ever written by Janie, and I agree with that. However, there is a ballad on that record that I absolutely love, and I love the lyrics to it, and that is a song called High.
Oh, fuck, dude.
Did I just get your number one?
Nope.
Okay.
No, but I think we're best friends. Yeah.
I'm right there with you.
Okay. That song never really gets mentioned that much. And it is the closest thing to a Heaven of old Warrant. That was new Warrant at the time. That was the closest thing, but damn. I mean, and honestly, my number one was going to be Washington Square by Janie, but it's not, it's not really released, it's still just a demo. So I didn't put it out there, but I could not put my hero at number one. And I love that song. And, I know everybody that watches this channel has probably heard it, but if you're just a casual hair metal guy that loves the classics, check that one out because it's some of the best stuff he's ever written.
The lyrics are amazing. That simple strum of the acoustic guitar, it's not all fancy. I've talked about it at some point, but I was like, fuck. I damn near put it on this list. I did not. It's one of the greatest songs of all time. Amazing. High. I'm going to sneeze. Fuck. Warren, High. Go check that shit out. Patrick, what's your number one?
Another album that was released internationally a year before it was released in America. Huge band during the heyday of hair metal. Still to this day, they draw big audiences. and that band is Wasp. But the song that I'm going to talk about came off of their 1995, released in Japan, released in America in August 96. It really was a Blackie Lawless solo record, not a Wasp record. And that record is called Still Not Black Enough. And it is an insanely good record. So check the whole record out because it's worth it. But the ballad Breathe is so goddamn good. And there's not enough good things you can say about Wasp ballads. I mean, they're all phenomenal. And Blackie is a great singer on his ballads when he does them. But Still Not Breathe from Still Not Black Enough. Fuck, that could have just ruled at MTV if it had gotten a shot. But I mean, we're 3 years too late at that point. So, but don't overlook it. It's such a great song. And the lyrics are just heartbreakingly good. If you've ever been in love, you will love that song.
Cool.
All right.
Check that one out. I don't know that.
I know it. I don't know it well, but I've listened to that album. So, all right. Okay. Moving on to my number one. I have talked about this album maybe too much, but I've said it before. I'll say it again. It's albums like this that are part of the reason I started the damn channel. I was like, it broke my heart that some of my favorite albums of all time, just nobody was talking about them. Not many people knew about them. But McQueen Street put out an album in 1991. Holy shit. Produced by Tom Werman. Again, the guy was a genius. He just took, I don't know, it seems like everything he touched went platinum. This album should have gone platinum. I did an earlier ballad video where I talked about the song Time. If you have not checked out Time by McQueen Street, go do that after this video. But the song I'm going to talk about for this one is In Heaven. Holy fuck. I mean, Derek Welch's vocals, we did a singer episode. I think I put him in my top 5. I'm sure I did. And maybe he would have been number 1 if they would have had. They did have a second album. It was kind of their demos for the second album, which is still really good. It's called 2, but really they only had one major label album. Anyway, again, lyrically amazing. I'm going to give you a couple lyrics. Goes like this. Out on the run, she's got cold, weary eyes, face like a stranger, so young to die. Took away her children, took away her gold. Somehow this story ain't what was told. Life goes on. And then one more. You sit and wonder about things you've done. Man in the mirror, your time will come. You took away her children, took away her dreams. So take your promise, because she believes in heaven. Oh, fuck. It's just an amazing song. The vocals the music is amazing. The vocals take it to a whole nother dimension. That album is so full of hits. Besides In Heaven and Time, check out Only the Wind, Women, Money, My Religion. One of my favorite albums of all time, In Heaven by McQueen Street, is my number 1 for this video.
Awesome
choice.
Great song.
Yep.
Great song. And check out the Derek Welch interview. It's fucking rad.
And I'll just say their Richard Hatcher from that band messaged me. We are talking about doing an interview. So that brings us to the end of 5 ballads that you may have overlooked, or that people may have overlooked, but they shouldn't have. Songs that we fucking think are fantastic. We would love it if you went in the comments. Maybe if you have some comments about some of the songs that we talked about, and what are your ballads that were overlooked that should have been bigger than they were. And with that, it's time to say goodbye to our roundtable members. Ryan from the band Metalcast, always an honor having you on.
Well, thank you. And do you mind if I wrap off some of the ones that I wish I could have put on there that
Sure.
we had more? But I know we've done ballads before, kind of. But man, Fraley's Comment, it's over now. What a cool one. Blue Tears, Halfway to Heaven. I thought you might have Guru.
Oh, it was close on the list.
Yeah. Demoles, High and Low. Heavy Bones, Turn It On.
I had that.
Dude, I was this close. Saints and Sinners, We Belong. Icon, Forever Young, and Pretty Maids, No It Ain't Easy.
Okay.
And thank you very much. This was a great episode. Appreciate it.
Sure. And when I go to you guys, feel free to throw any honorables if you want. Jones from the YouTube channel, Hanging with Drummer Boy Jones. It's an honor to have you on, man.
Man, I had a great time with you guys, like I always do. And yeah, this has been so much fun because I think all of us love a good ballad. I mean, nothing hits like a good ballad. But yeah, I'll go through just a couple that I had. I wasn't for sure if they fit, but I love Lie to Me off of These Days with Bon Jovi. The other ones I had, I thought this one might be a little too new, even though it came out in 2012. John Corabi had an unplugged record in 2012, and here's a ballad on it called Crash. So if you've not had a chance to hear that, check that one out. It's really good. And I know you guys have talked about it. I even texted Patrick about it earlier, but I cannot go without mentioning Skid Row's Breaking Down off of Subhuman Race. I love that song. And I don't think the Guru likes this one, but I sort of did, was Run Around by Kicks off Show Business. I did like that. I liked the little piano part in it that I thought was pretty cool. But yeah, that's my honorable mentions. And guys, thank you again for letting me come on with you guys. It's always been a pleasure. And if you don't get it, in a little bit, we're going to have an interview out with the Guru on my channel and talking about, Anthony's always talking about everybody's life, so I wanted to talk about his. So
cool.
Awesome. Awesome. Colonel Patrick, always a pleasure having you on. Does so much behind the scenes. Can never thank him enough. Thanks for coming on, man.
Absolutely, man. This is best channel on YouTube. I just have a few. XYZ, When I Find Love. Holy shit, that's a great song. Off of Euphoria, one of the only songs I still like off that record. I know, controversial. People love that record, but is To Be Alive by Def Leppard was a great fucking song. So Savage the Heart, Babylon AD. Fuck, I love that song. I also had Turn It On by Heavy Bones and You and I by the Scorpions off of Pure Instinct. And I had this on the list and I don't know why I took it off, but Father Time by Richie Sambora.
Oh,
yeah. Okay. All right. My honorable mentions, The Scream, Father, Mother, Son.
Yes.
Every Mother's Nightmare. If you remember, there was a Christmas album called like We Wish You a Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
Every Mother's Nightmare had a song on there called I Won't Be Home for Christmas. It's fucking amazing. And it's just kind of a sad ballad that is not like, all right, here's a cheery Christmas song. It's a sad fucking song. It's awesome. Shark Island, Bad for Each Other.
Oh, yeah.
Beggars and Thieves. The song Beggars and Thieves. Wild Side, Kiss This Love Goodbye. Alice Cooper, Might As Well Be on Mars. I think I mentioned that. And from the Thick Skin album, Skid Row, See You Around. Oh,
ooh, yeah.
Great song.
Should have been fucking a hit.
That's an album that deserves its own episode.
We need to do that album.
Yeah.
All right. Like I said, head in the comments. Let us know what you think about some of the stuff. Let us know your choices. In the description, you'll see the link to Hair Metal Mansion that I host every Saturday from 6 to 8 p.m. Central Time on Rock 101 KLOL. You'll find the link to Hair Metal Guru merch. Get yourself looking all badass and shit, kind of like Bruce Willis. And you'll find the link to FNA Records, who are putting out killer new releases from some of our favorite 80s artists. And hey, like, subscribe, what the hell, ring the bell, and whatever you can do to support the channel. Truly, I really do appreciate you being here. Until the next video comes up, my name is Anthony. They call me the Guru. Take care of yourselves.